Hey everyone, it's Jazzy, and I'm back this week to talk about handling stress in a long distance relationship. If you've been liking my videos, please make sure that you press that like button and subscribe so that way you can be updated whenever I post a new video. So this week, if you've been following me on Instagram, you would have seen I'm going through a lot of stuff personally in my life. I have volunteered as a caregiver for an older gentleman in my neighborhood, and not because of COVID, just because of other complications. He is in the process of dying, and it has been very stressful. It's sad, and it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with at once. And Thomas, my fiance, has just been awesome. Like, he's helped me through this process so much, and I'm really grateful and thankful that I have him. But it also made me, want to kind of like put my emotions into my work, like what I'm doing with long distance relationships, and talk about like ways to deal with stress when you're in a long distance relationship and your partner isn't able to be there with you. So yes, what inspired me to create this video today. So really, there's 9 ways to deal with, God bless all the bugs here, 9 ways to deal with stress in a long distance relationship. The first one really is to reflect. So when I say reflect, it's really just finding out within you what's causing all your stress and anxiety. So before I even really bring it up to Thomas, I look within. I'm like, all right, so what's causing me to stress out? Let me pinpoint this one thing. And with what's going on in my life, it's been my friend, and everything around that is causing me stress. And then I ask myself, what can I do about it in this immediate moment? If I don't have many solutions and I'm like, oh, can't do anything, then that's when I'm like, you need to take a step back and breathe, because you can't handle it all right now. So because you can't handle it all at this moment, you gotta space it out and figure out how you can. Once I have like reflected and like thought of like all the things I can do and the things I can't do, and try to find like peace in that situation within myself, then that's when I talk to Thomas about it. Because if I can't reflect and find it within, then I'm not going to be able to coherently get my thoughts out to him. I won't be able to say, this is what's stressing me out. If I don't do that reflecting part, then I can't go to the next part, which is the talking, communicating, letting him know like, hey, I'm stressed. This is what's stressing me out. And I don't know how you can help. Like, you can ask me these questions to see if that helps me, or you can just sit there and listen. Or one of my coworkers the other day actually had a great word: recreational venting. And it's really what it is. Sometimes you just, to talk, that talking part, you just need a recreational vent. You don't really need your partner to have a solution for you. That'd be nice if they did, but you don't always need to find that solution with them. You can just vent, let it out, and that might make you feel, hey, letting it out might even go back to point 1 and make you understand better what exactly is stressing you out. So, sometimes talk to your partner about that too. Like, hey, I'm going to vent to you, but I really don't need you to do anything. I just need you to listen. And if I come back later and you think you have a great solution, cool. But first, let me just vent. Let me just let it all out. Let it out. Let me do that. And that brings me to the next point, like teamwork. Especially when you're going through stress and anxiety, teamwork is so pivotal. And again, that teamwork doesn't need to be like, I'm going to fix it for you. That teamwork can be, I'm going to listen to you vent. I'm going to accept all that you're going right now and allow you to feel that way, because you are entitled to feel that your feelings. Like, don't ever feel like that, oh, I shouldn't feel this way because then it'll make it. No, you're entitled to your feelings. That's why they're your feelings. So that's part of being a team, having your partner accept your feelings, having you accept your feelings, and meeting together on trying to process those feelings and be understanding. The next thing is assumptions. Get all those assumptions out of there. Don't assume that your partner can understand how you feel just by the tone of your voice. Do not assume that. Do not assume that your partner is going to magically fix your problem for you. Those are assumptions that you just buy. Get rid of them. They're not worth it. They're not necessary. Another thing for handling stress is like knowing your love languages. So I think I mentioned in another video, like I'm physical touch and quality time. Like I equally scored the same in both. And with that, when I'm stressed out, I need to be in a video call with Thomas. Like most of our talks are voice calls just because of like time differences and life in general. But when I'm like really stressed and I need him to understand, like, yo, I'm stressed, I jump on a video call. I'm like, look, you see it in my face, you can see my body language, I am stressed. And if he can't see it, because I don't want to assume that he can see it, because he's a man, I'm just teasing men, I'm sorry. But, you know, I let him know, like, hey, this is what I look like when I'm stressed. This is the energy around me when I'm stressed. I want you to see it so you can understand and feel with me that I'm stressed. And that's, again, goes with physical touch. Next is avoiding blaming. And this kind of goes back to like the assumptions thing, but you don't want to assume your partner knows everything. And then you don't want to blame them for not knowing things. Like, you're on two separate areas. Heck, we're in two separate continents. Yes, we can communicate all day long, but I can't blame him for not understanding or not being able to fix my problem. It's my problem. I can't have him fix it for me. That's not how life is. That's codependency, and we don't want that. We do not want codependency. I want to be able to fix my own problems, and I want his help if I need it. And if he can't provide me help, I can't blame him for not being able to help me. Because at the end of the day, you're not together. You're in a long distance relationship. So that means you got to do a lot of things yourself and understand how to go through these processes alone. Which leads me to my next point. Be supportive of each other. So again, we're not assuming, we're not blaming, we're learning our love languages, we're being a team. So part of being a team is being supportive of your star player. And I use this analogy a lot in my blog, but when you're in a relationship, you have two people, and each other are the MVP of your teams. So if your star player, your MVP, is down and they can't get back up, then you gotta be supportive. You gotta be like, hey, we can do this together. And being supportive just doesn't mean like saying like, hey, I'm there for you. It's again applying like those love languages. It's applying everything we already talked about. It's saying like, hey, I don't know what you want me to do, but I am there. What you need, like, let me know, and I would, to the best of my ability, help you with it. But again, you can't assume that they're going to help you. You can't blame them for not helping. You have to have that conversation with them that like, hey, I do need your help, in order for them to be supportive and help you. If your partner is going through something right now and they haven't said anything for you to do to be supportive of them, I am getting bitten by bugs. I am so sorry that I'm like fidgeting, but I'm getting eaten alive. I need to find a new spot. But as I was saying, if your partner hasn't told you a way they can be supportive, and you see them going through stuff and you want to help them, let them know how much you love and appreciate them. Because a lot of times when we're under stress, we feel like, or I mean for me, I feel like, what's the point? What is the point? And I get so stressed, and then I get caught up in myself. So a way you can be supportive is reaching down in that hole, helping like, hey, I love you. You are my person. You are the one I want to be with. Let me help you and support you. And following that idea, like, support can be doing something together. So getting your mind off it. Like, I was so stressed Sunday. Like, I wanted to cry. I was legit like, I'm depressed. And Twas and I found a show on Netflix that we've both been waiting for, Umbrella Academy season 2. Oh my god, so good. And we watched that show together. It was something that I didn't have to think about. I could just sit there and watch, and I felt so much better. Like, he supported me, he understood I was stressed, and then he wanted to do something together with me so I could be less stressed. And it was the medicine I needed. I needed all of it. And the last thing is really trusting your partner. And this goes kind of on both ends. Like, you have to trust that your partner will be there for you. So this can be kind of hard if you're starting a long distance relationship, because you have to build trust, right? So through doing video calls, through doing voice calls, and just spending time and journaling together, like a time length helps build trust. So I trust that Thomas has my back when I'm stressed out, and he has shown more than just this weekend, but so many times that yes, he can and will be there for me. And because I can trust in that, and the same thing, if he's going through stuff, he can trust me. He can open up and trust what's wearing his mind down. He can open up and trust that to me. So if he needs to recreationally vent, if he needs to have me help him find a solution, if he's just putting his hands up like, this is all that's on my plate, and just letting me know, that's trust. Because without trust, you can't have love at the end of the day. Like, you need that trust in order to have love. And I understand this is all kind of heavy stuff. And it's definitely a learning curve too when you are trying to apply all these ideas and strategies with your partner. So give it time. Like, it's not going to be you show them this video or show them the blog post and be like, oh, do it. Whatever this says, do it. No, like, all these things take time. They take time to develop with your partner. So if you know of any stress reducing habits or tips that y'all do in your relationship, let me know in the comments below. If you have questions about your situation, comment, and I'll do my best to help. If you just need to recreationally vent in my comments, go ahead, do it. I'd be happy to hear from you. Again, if you're liking these videos, please press the subscribe button, smash that like button, as my PokeTuber friends say. But yeah, just let me know. Looking forward to hearing from y'all. Until next time, I'm out.